The human operating system is basically the foundations of all the work I do, and the place I'm having people explore and step into. And it's founded on some really, really simple principles that kind of underpin the whole process. So when I talk about the process, I talk about it from the place of outside in to inside out. Most of us experience the world as if it's happening to us, that we think that the bad day at the office, the guy telling me, shouting at me, has made me feel a certain way, has made me unhappy, I've come home stressed, I've taken it out on the kids. That's kind of generally how we're conditioned. That's, if you look at the media, that's how it's portrayed. And if you look at mental health and mental well-being, that's also how it's portrayed, that stuff outside you has caused you to be anxious or depressed or stressed, and that we need to manage those things that we're kind of dealing with. And for me, the human operating system has us look from a different place. Basically, the system says that we're alive. Yeah, that's kind of, we have an energy that powers us, the same as the world around us is powered by that energy, by that flow that's running through us. We have this wonderful gift of thought, and the gift of thought is a thing that brings energy, brings our experience into form in the moment. It's what creates everything we see around us. And our gift of awareness, of consciousness, is the part that has us experience that fully. So be it physical sensations, be it the messages we're receiving from our senses, or an emotion, all of that comes through those principles of being alive, having thought, and having awareness. And the human operating system brings together the implications of those principles. So when the principles of thought and consciousness come together, they're what's creating your experience moment to moment. And that experience is flowing from you. You're not watching the movie that's being created out there. You're creating your own movie. And the really ironic thing is, when you work in business, is that most people think they're watching the same movie, but they're not. We're all watching our own movie because we've created it from ourselves. So what I do in businesses is show people how what you think you're seeing and what you think you're experiencing that's the same as everybody else really isn't. And it lets people become more curious, a little bit less judgmental of how people are behaving and what they're doing, because actually you start to realize that their reality they've created is completely different from yours, even with the same circumstances. And getting curious about that rather than kind of I'm right, you're wrong, is the place that starts to allow better relationships to happen, where more synergy happens, where people find working together happens with ease rather than a kind of, oh, you've got to do it better because that's my way. And suddenly you find that spaciousness is where new ideas, creativity, better effective relationships just emerge rather than being forced or taught or developed in a very kind of outside-in way.